Today, the Commissioner for Interparty Affairs in Ebonyi State, Mr. Ogbonnaya Philip Okorie, stated that the performance of the current Governor of Ebonyi State, His Excellency Right Honorable Francis Ogbonna Nwifuru, had surpassed the performance of the first executive governor of Ebonyi State. His Excellency Senator Dr. Sam Egwu. I want to react to this claim by the Commissioner. And I will first start by saying that I blame the Governor, who dedicated a whole ministry to interparty relations, instead of appointing someone as senior special assistant on interparty relations in Ebonyi State. Why creating a whole ministry for an irrelevant portfolio, for an irrelevant sector, interparty affairs? Who will be working there? The Commissioner does not know the job specifications of the ministry. He's confused. I believe that many Ebonians never knew that that kind of ministry exists. I know that many never knew. And it is unfortunate that the first time the name of the Commissioner was to be heard, he came up with a claim that does not have any iota of fact in it. The first time he was heard in the negative. Commissioner for Interparty Affairs. But opposition has risen in Ebonyi. The voice of opposition has surpassed, has outgrown the voice of the ruling party everywhere in Ebonyi, including media spaces. So what is your job? This man wakes up, eats, takes bath, dresses up, and goes to work as a Commissioner for Interparty Affairs. Then what is his job? You see that the Governor has continued to create irrelevant agencies and ministries of government, and wasting Ebonyi people's money on irrelevant things that do not have direct bearing on the development of Ebonyi and Ebonians. And this is very unfortunate. First and foremost, let me present a cursory account of the time Governor of Ebonyi State was Sam Egwu. From 1999 up till 2007, when his administration became the first executive administration in Ebonyi State. And I know that this Commissioner knows everything I'm about to say. Sam Egwu is an educationist. He was almost a professor before he joined politics. He was a lecturer at ESUT. And he became Commissioner for Education in Ebonyi during the military administration of, I think, Walter Ferrabo. You see? So as soon as he became governor in 1999, his administration was confronted by the need to prioritize education and literacy in Ebonyi State, and to fight primitivity, to fight poverty. Everything in Ebonyi was virgin when Sam Egwu came in. Nothing was working. As a new state, Ebonyi State was just 5 years old. Was it up to 5 years? No, it was 4 years old, 1996, when Sam Egwu took mantle of governance. It wasn't even up to 4 years. You see that Sam Egwu had a lot of works to do as the first executive governor of a new state. He delved into the challenges and started fighting them headlong. He saw that there was need to fight illiteracy. He started by declaring free and compulsory education in Ebonyi State and for Ebonians. He set up a task force that went into the hinterlands to enforce that policy of free and compulsory education. Any child of school age found roaming the streets, found in the rural areas roaming around during school hours, such a child was arrested. I had known something when Sam Egwu was governor. I was in secondary school. I knew many things that happened within that period. Some of the policies, nice policies that Sam Egwu came up with. Parents were arrested for not sending their children to school. School that was free and fair, free and compulsory, and teachers were teaching students and pupils very well. Everything was fair because of the people-oriented policies of Sam Egwu. It was Sam Egwu that introduced foreign scholarship scheme for Ebonians that graduated with first class and second class upper. Sam Egwu did it. Sam Egwu came up with a policy of indigenship. If you were an Ebonian studying at the Ebonyi State College of Education or Ebonyi State University, you enjoyed some kind of favoritism for reason of coming from Ebonyi State. Sam Egwu did it. If the school fees were maybe around 100,000, as an Ebonian, you would pay 60,000 naira. Students were allowed, to acquire education even without paying fees at the level of higher institution. If you were student of Ebonyi State College of Education, Egwu, studying science course, then you were not expected to pay school fees. A member of my family benefited from it. He studied mathematics/biology education at the Ebonyi State College of Education, Egwu. And I knew when he was a student there, during the administration of Sam Egwu, free of charge. You see, Sam Egwu came up with another policy of employing first-class graduates, first-class and second-class upper graduates, into teaching profession in Ebonyi State at the University and College of Education. Once you graduated with first class, second class upper, and its equivalent at the Ebonyi State College of Education, you would be employed as a student assistant lecturer, unless you weren't interested. Some people did it. Many professors we have in Ebonyi State today, all were beneficiaries of the scholarship scheme of the administration of Sam Egwu. A good number of the PhD holders we have today were students of secondary school in Ebonyi State, public school. Sam Egwu had his own child schooling at Ebonyi State University at preschool in Abakaliki, public university. Sam Egwu had his child studying there. You see, Sam Egwu was very deliberate in formulating policies that would ensure that poverty was fought. And this commissioner in question knows it. He witnessed it. Sam Egwu, gave employment to many people. And he was very deliberate in allowing civil servants to make some money to fight poverty and hunger. Sam Egwu opened up the rural areas the much he did. Because everything in Ebonyi was every sector of Ebonyi State was virgin when Sam Egwu came in. He employed people. The immediate past chairman of Ohaneze Ndigbo in the United Kingdom, Dr. Igwe, was one of those Sam Egwu sent to the UK on scholarship when he was governor. He went there to continue his education, courtesy of Sam Egwu. We have another man who is a medical consultant in the UK from Ebonyi. Sam Egwu sent him. What is it called? Simon Ekpa, doing Biafra struggle. When they threw Sam Egwu, many. When Sam Egwu was governor, people were happy. Sam Egwu is respected in all parts of Ebonyi State today. There's nowhere Sam Egwu will visit in Ebonyi State today that he will not be praised, clapped for, because of his good policies that fought illiteracy and poverty in Ebonyi. And a commissioner would just wake up all of a sudden, claiming to have forgotten the immense achievements of the administration of Dr. Sam Egwu, which is unfortunate. The other day, a commissioner in this government of Mwifuru claimed that the performance of Mwifuru had surpassed the performance of Engineer David Umahi's administration. Very laughable. People laughed at him, knowing full well that he was just joking. Today, another commissioner in the same administration, the same government, came up to deride the governor again, because all these things, deride, all these claims insult the sensitivities of the governor. Because the governor himself knows that these commissioners were merely making up things, trying to please him, to make him happy. But that's not how to make the governor happy. You are setting the administration up for derision, for mockery. The achievements of Sam Egwu cannot be overemphasized. I am not from Sam Egwu's senatorial zone, let alone coming from his community, lest you say that. And I am not Sam Egwu's boy. I am not in his political party. I only benefited from the free education at the level of primary school. At secondary school, I was on scholarship. I studied one of the best private schools during my secondary education. I won a competition, a quiz, and became number one out of the 400 people that sat for that entrance exam, scholarship exam. I became number one out of 400. And so, but I have, as someone that likes to say things the way they are, I wouldn't hesitate saying things the way they are. Not minding who is going to be the beneficiary, not minding who is going to lose. So these commissioners should respect themselves and respect the administration they are serving. It is unfortunate. How can you compare? Nwifur's administration is yet to define a direction, to present a direction it is focused. Nothing is happening in Ebonyi, for crying out loud. The government, 3 years and 3 months now, hasn't commissioned one project. Nothing to show for the billions of naira accruing to Ebonyi State. Nothing is, one flyover is being constructed for 3 years now. Yet, it doesn't look as though it's going to be completed and commissioned in the next 3 years. So these commissioners should be ashamed of themselves for working hard to distort facts, to present fiction as fact. It is very bad. They should apologize to Sam Egwu, because it is a disrespectful claim. The governor should call them to order. It is very disturbing. I am Chika Ngoba. Thank you.